Last week, we told you Robert Mueller indicted 13 Russian nationals for interfering in the election. Not only did Russians promote pro-Trump rallies, the media won't tell you this, but they also promoted anti-Trump rallies. And there was a huge Russian-sponsored anti-Trump rally on November 12, 2016, in New York City. CNN and MSNBC blew it up.
Protesters started at 14th Street and have made their way up about 2 miles right to practically the doorstep of Trump Tower. And I'm thinking at least 10,000 people have been out here really delivering a message to Donald Trump, and that is that they will not tolerate a campaign that he ran on, a campaign, they say, fueled by hate.
This is the time for them to come together. They're trying to say they're being more inclusive. They want to come together and show America that love really does win.
Here to respond, former Obama State Department spokesperson and Fox News contributor Marie Harf, and former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski. All right, ladies first. Marie, it looks like the mainstream media colluded with the Russians more than Trump did.
Oh.
I mean, they're out there for hours promoting this Russian propaganda. They got duped.
First of all, a large majority of the Russians' activity was in support of Donald Trump. But it is true that they tried to sow discord in 2016.
This was a bigger rally than any of the pro-Trump rallies.
And that a lot of people responded online to what we now know was Russia trying to sow discord in our system. Americans have a right to know if they attended a rally that the Russians organized. I think you would agree that's a problem, whether it was a pro-Trump or an anti-Trump rally. And yeah, you know, real Americans came out to these rallies.
They did.
And so it deserved to be covered.
Sure it did.
But
it's just funny because CNN has been saying for so many years, Corey, that, you know, the Russians are in the tank for Trump.
They are!
And now all of a sudden they do like a massive anti-Trump rally, and CNN and MSNBC willingly, not wittingly, but willingly serve it up to the American people like it's a love fest.
Well, and Jesse, you have to remember the Russians were so inept at trying to influence the election. They were spending their money in states like Maryland and in the District of Columbia, which was going to go 95% for Hillary Clinton. So, you know, not only were they inept with the $46,000 that they have reportedly spent on Facebook ads, but then they put the rallies together after the election had already happened, and clearly what they wanted, the only indication that the Russians were involved in this election was the $5 million the Clinton campaign paid Christopher Steele to go get the Russian dossier. So that's how they were involved. The collusion was between the Clinton campaign and the Russians, and that's why they put together the anti-Trump rallies afterwards.
Yeah, $40,000 on Russian Facebook ads, Marie. I mean, I think Hillary and Trump spent $81 million on Facebook ads. We understand they were trying to interfere, but as Rosenstein said when he made this announcement, it did not affect the outcome of the election.
That's not actually what he said. He said that there are no indications in that indictment that it changed votes. Look, Donald Trump and his team needs to be able to...
Isn't that the same thing?
No, it's not the same thing.
Okay.
Because if you're someone...
Not changing votes is not the same as not affecting the election?
No, it's not. Let me tell you how it's different,
People decide to vote by voting.
No. What Rod Rosenstein and others have said is there's no evidence voting machines were hacked into effectively.
Okay.
There's a difference between being influenced by it. But let me say
Marie, I don't know if anybody's influenced on by someone liking a Facebook page. I want to get to something else, though, because CNN has had a really bad week after this. They went to the house of Florine Goldfarb, who is just this old woman in Florida who maybe liked a Facebook page that she didn't even know was run by the Russians. Here is this CNN reporter, Drew Griffin, confronting her at her house.
They were involved with you. Did you guys know that?
They weren't involved with us. That's, you know, just make sure that you report it correctly, that, you know.
But you guys were involved with being patriotic, right?
Very, very patriotic, but not...
Being patriotic was the group that contacted and helped organize some of these activities that you posted on your own Facebook account.
Those were legitimate.
Those were Russians.
They were not Russians. I don't go with the Russians.
That group was Russian.
I mean, Marie, I've done this before. Never to a regular person. Trying to make this person out to be a villain. That's just not right.
I don't think that's what he was doing.
His tone was way off.
I want to know if I liked a Facebook post that I thought an American had written, and it was actually written by a Russian. Wouldn't you want to know?
So you want a CNN reporter showing up at your house and hurling accusations at you like you're some sort of traitor? I don't think he was respectful.
Jesse,
do you, Corey?
Look, no, I don't think he was respectful at all. This is a woman who cares about her. She cares about her country. Look, anytime a reporter comes knocking on your door and you're just an average person who wants to protect their country and love their country, I think it's a little out of line. But moreover, even if they did somehow like a Facebook page that was put out by the Russians, there's no way she would have known that. And I think it's impossible, Maria, for you to think that every Facebook post that you've ever liked that you can unequivocally say has been posted by an American. There's no way for you to do that. And so you're a hypocrite about this whole thing. Leave the poor woman alone. Leave the woman alone because, look, that's the truth. Can you unequivocally say you've never liked a Facebook post that has been posted by someone that's not an American?
Corey, the point
Can you say that?
Corey, the point here is you guys need to be able to distinguish between you guys won. We know that. Donald Trump is president. Admitting that the Russians interfered in our election doesn't undermine that. And it is so hard for you and the president. You can't separate the two issues. We are under attack by Russia today. Right now, they are trying to attack our 2018 election, and the fact that you are unwilling to admit that because you're so
Maria,
blinded.
here's the problem.
Go ahead, Corey, real quick.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Corey.
Your president Barack Obama knew about these supposed attacks. The president Barack Obama knew about these supposed attacks in May of 2015 and did nothing about it.
That's
James
true.
Clapper did nothing about it.
Run,
the director
guys.
of the CIA did nothing about it.
We got to run. I just want to say, Florine Goldfarb, the woman who was ambushed, did want to say her phone has been ringing off the hook. She's being trashed by trolls on Facebook, and she is getting a lot of support.
It's a shame.
And she wants everybody to know that. All right. Corey, Marie, thank you guys very much. Up next,